Okay, let's start with the most basic level of cognitive conceptualization, the cognitive model. What is the cognitive model? The cognitive model describes the relationship between people's thinking and their reactions. You'll see this in the following diagram. It's a simplified diagram, but it shows you the relationship between the situation, the automatic thoughts, and people's reactions. In the video you saw last week, Sophia gave us an example of the cognitive model. Sophia was reflecting on the idea of interrupting clients, an idea that she didn't really feel very comfortable about, but she knew that she really should do it. And so her reaction was to feel a little bit anxious. She probably had a slight physiological reaction too. Her body probably got a little bit tense. And then in the past, her behavior had always been not to interrupt clients. We call the thoughts that just seem to pop up into our minds automatic thoughts. We're not trying to think of them deliberately. They just seem to pop up, even when we're trying to think about something else. But most of the time, we're not even aware of our automatic thoughts. You're much more likely to notice a change in your reaction. Either you'll pick up that you're feeling a little bit more distressed, or that you're engaging in some unhelpful behavior, or you might notice a change that's going on in your body. Now here's something I really want you to remember. People's reactions always make sense once you understand what they were thinking. There are many variations on the simplified cognitive model that I've just told you about, and I'd like to give you some examples of this from Sophia. You can have lots of thoughts about a situation and still have the same reaction. For example, Sophia was thinking about the course, and she had lots of automatic thoughts about it. What if I don't do well? What if I don't finish it? What if I don't understand everything? All of these thoughts led to the emotion of anxiety. You can also have lots of thoughts about a situation, each of which leads to a different reaction. Another time, Sophia was thinking about the necessity of telling her boyfriend that she needed to set aside a certain amount of hours a week to work on the course. Her first thought was, what if he doesn't like that? And that thought led her to feel anxious. She had another thought. Sometimes he just doesn't understand how important my work is to me, and she felt sad. And then she had the thought, he really should understand why it's so important to me without my having to tell him. And she felt a little bit angry. You can also have automatic thoughts about any part of the cognitive model. So for example, you can have an automatic thought about your thought. I'll give you the example from Sophia. When she thought, my boyfriend really should understand how important my work is to me, she then had a thought about thinking that. She thought, he's really a good guy. I shouldn't criticize him for something like this. And that thought made her feel guilty. When Sophia felt anxious about not having enough time for the course, she realized that she was feeling anxious, and then she had an automatic thought about feeling anxious. Her new thought was, what's wrong with me? I shouldn't feel so anxious like this. And then she felt irritated with herself. You can also have automatic thoughts about your behavior. When Sophia recognized that she wasn't working on the course, she had an automatic thought about her behavior. She thought, uh-oh, when am I going to get all the work done? And that thought made her feel anxious. You can also have automatic thoughts about your physiological reaction. Sophia, for example, was feeling anxious, and she noticed her heart beating a little bit more quickly. When she noticed that, she thought, I don't like this feeling. It's really important that you yourself start to view your experience through the cognitive model. So please go to the course manual and find a worksheet that's titled Viewing Your Experience Through the Cognitive Model and fill it out. If you have any questions about it or would like to share some of your responses, please post on the forum.